I spent most of my time on the move.
Well, what was different about this hotel?
Palazzo Sasso in Ravello. The height of the Renaissance, frozen in time.
With jacuzzis and hot stone massage.
Cloisters, the Villa Sembrone a few minutes away. Another life, I'd have stayed there forever.
Sounds perfect. Why'd you leave?
I got word that Europol was closing in for a store I allegedly ran in Corsica. Indiscriminate youth.
Well, hotel living is fine, but I will be very happy when renovations are over and I can get back into my apartment.
Are you getting tired of roughing it in the lap of luxury?
I prefer to be somewhere where do not disturb is standard policy, where I don't have to pull money to tip every day, as grateful as I am to the boys in the Burgundy Blazer. Back up there, sticky fingers.
Okay. You think that'll help?
You think you can guess my pin?
No. I can deduce it.
Really? Would you like to make a wager?
Loser tips for the rest of the day.
Generously?
Of course.
You're on.
My birthday's November 11th. 11/11. But you grew up at 7310 Lake Street.
Good listener. But you're not even close.
Your first car was a red Chevy Nova.
So?
So the 4th to 9th position in the VIN number tell you the vehicle made.
You're insane.
And you're Scorpio.
You have no idea.
3189.
That's impossible. I picked a random number.
There's no such thing as random. Your subconscious is always back there working.
Or you saw the reflection in the camera guard.
Or I might have done that.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Nothing. I entered the pin.
No, my account is empty.
10:30 this morning, Manhattan Mutual Bank lost control of its server. Within an hour, they were out $125 million. It did not come from Sarah.
No, thousands of customers got hit.
That's too many to compromise with classic phishing techniques. We're thinking computer virus.
Our best guess is a Trojan camped out on the server's boot sector. It captured administrative domain credentials, converted the entire intranet into a botnet.
In the common vernacular, the virus took over every computer in the network. Our thief was gracious enough to leave an explanation for the crime.
30 minutes, Manhattan Mutual's website was replaced with this.
What the hell?
Is that a mask?
Members of the entire world, too long have we suffered bureaucracy, a corpulent infant with which the masses have greedily procreated. Today we strike a blow against the dysfunction we call world finance.
It goes on like this. Who knows behind it?
We have a theory. This morning, the Swiss Financial Authority reported a cash transfer into the account of Cameron DuPont.
Deposit matches the amount stolen, but we think DuPont is it covered. There's no record of him before a few months ago.
This is a list of Manhattan Mutual clients who got hit.
This isn't just investment bankers and CEOs. We've got pensioners, public servants. That's a lot of people without a backup plan. A lot of people, which means this case takes top priority. Jones, maybe there's a language in the virus that can point us to the programmer. Diana, call up Zurich. We need access to the DuPont account. That's it.
So?
I got good news and bad news. We traced the money to a Swiss bank.
Is that the good news or the bad news?
Both. Until we prove something definitively, the account's untouchable.
Well, great. In my experience, if the criminal's not caught before the money's spent, then those dollars are never coming back.
Which is why I intend to catch him, Sarah.
Thank you.
Are you okay in the short term?
Well, this guy took everything, and the FDIC has been filling out all sorts of paperwork. We know how long insurance claims take.
Yes, with this many victims and different account types, could be months.
My apartment is fully under construction, so until I pull my next commission check...
You could stay with me. Yeah, until this is cleared up.
At June's? You sure that's a good idea?
It's not the Four Seasons, but I could bring you food on a little cart.
Okay.
I remember when Elizabeth moved in. No, this is temporary. Yeah, so was Elle. Neil, what would you estimate the value of... Oh, Sarah! Hello. Welcome.
I hope we didn't interrupt you.
I was, looking at porn.
At the dining room table of someone else's home?
Now you live your life. I see now you're living mine. I wasn't informed you were moving in.
She's not moving in. You heard about the Manhattan Mutual hack?
Of course. It was a master stroke. Whoever's behind that shredded paper mask is a bona fide genius.
Thank you, Ma. Sarah got cleaned out. She's staying here until the money's recovered.
Oh, so we have a roommate.
I was unaware it was a package deal. I'm gonna put some things away. You two can chat.
Porn? Really? I panicked. I couldn't put her out on the street. Neil, this is hardly the time to revitalize chivalry. What about the Four Seasons?
It's a little out of my price range.
But when we get to sell our treasure, there will be countries in your price range. We have secrets here.
All right, relax. As soon as we catch this guy, everything will get back to normal.
Did you miss me?
Sarah, Neil and I were discussing your predicament, and I would like to offer my assistance.
So you want to get rid of me?
Potato.
Let's do it. Let's solve the case.
All right. The thief parked the take in a Swiss bank under an alias, Cameron DuPont.
DuPont is a specter. The FBI barely knows where to start.
Oh, that's where we have an advantage over the feds. We have a keen grasp of the criminal mind. Okay, say I've stolen an incalculable fortune and secreted it away, and every few hours I go online to ogle my prize.
Let's say you do that.
What's the worst thing I could see?
The treasure disappearing.
Right. Now, if Uncle Sam can't get at DuPont's account, who can?
DuPont.
But he doesn't exist.
Not yet.
We can create him.
We can go into a local branch of his bank and pretend to be DuPont.
He'll have security questions, so that's just a hiccup.
We could trade his data for our data.
Once we get control of the account,
We start spending.
the thief has to come out of hiding to stop us or watch his money vanish.
So, we're talking about international bank fraud, federal grand larceny, synthetic identity theft.
And don't forget conspiracy.
Okay, all in hopes of convincing some psycho to come after us?
Concisely stated.
Look, you said if we don't catch him soon, the money's gone.
Okay, it could work.
It will work.
Well, then there's really only one question. How are we going to spend $100 million?
One. What do you think?
Do I look like Mr. DuPont?
You are a veritable master of disguise. Sit me up?
Helping you dress seems so counterproductive.
Miss Monsieur DuPont. If only we didn't have a previous engagement. Neil. There was a box on the bed.
With the banker's box?
Yes.
Yeah, I moved it.
Where?
Right there.
That is a box of Sterling Bosch case files, which means it is very off limits.
Hey, got me curious.
Stop it. I'm serious. All right? Some things are private.
I thought this was about not having any secrets.
Okay, well then what about the exceptionally well-forged passport that is behind that painting?
You searched my apartment?
No, you left it open. And now you're changing the subject.
Yeah, they're work-related.
So Peter knows about them.
Let's just say you wouldn't be surprised.
So you're not skipping town?
Look, there are a lot of reasons someone in my position would need a good alias. Ask Mr. DuPont. Okay? Come on.
Keeping your hands off my banker's box.
Oh, yeah? I'll see about that.
Trouble.
Found something in the virus? Or did I? Okay. So line 2219 is an unreachable script.
Portion of the code that the program has no way of executing.
Yes, the program can execute it, but look what happens when I treat the code as an object file. Boom, you get an image.
The Vulture. One of cybercrime's top 10 most wanted.
Pendergrass talked to the Vulture for 6 months before he realized he was getting thrown along.
Well, hackers like that can smell a trap right through the fiber optics.
So, we have a name, but no face.
The Vulture's got 125 million that doesn't belong to him.
So, the first number on auto dial is Marjorie, the head of accounts, and second is Jacob, her assistant. Now, this bank ID badge should lend you an air of credibility.
Are we concerned about cameras?
If we do this right, there'll be no need to check the video. How long to replace the account info?
Well, once I have the daily clearance code, 5 minutes.
5 minutes I can definitely provide. Then I use the new account information to verify myself as DuPont. Let's get your money back.
Marjorie Cowell?
Hi, I'm interested in opening a combined MMA and checking account. My name is Timothy Blackhouse, Astor IV.
The Astors?
That's right, Marjorie.
Of course, Mr. Astor. Let's get you set up. Hi, can I help you, sir?
I represent the Office of the Federal Comptroller. Kindly escort me to your accounts manager. I'll be shifting accounts from several different financial institutions. But there's no need to hurt me. Where's Marjorie Cowell?
Mr. Astor, can I please put you on hold for a moment?
Certainly.
Great. Can I help you?
Marjorie Cowell?
Yes.
Having determined that the requirements of Rule 17C were satisfied, we turn to the claim that the subpoena should be quashed because it demands that will be inconsistent with the public interest to produce. First contention is a broad claim that the separation of powers doctrine precludes judicial review of a claim of privilege. Would be inconsistent with the public interest. Hey, Jacob, this is Timothy Astor from the Chicago branch. Listen, your head of accounts sent over a P204 marked urgent. The thing is, she left out today's clearance code, so I'm not authorized to send this baby back.
I can't give you the clearance code. You'll have to talk to Marjorie.
I'm aware of that, Jacob. I've been trying to call her. Each branch must initially interpret the Constitution.
She's busy at the moment.
All right. You know how it is with P204s. Not my button to be Friday.
Oh, really
Marjorie, I have a timidity ask her.
Yes, help him with anything he needs.
Over the subpoena should hold that any decisions of this court, however,
The code today is green 5.
the holding of bar
You nailed it, Jacob. I'll send a P204 right over. Have a good one.
that it is practically the province and duty of the judicial department to say what the law is.
Please, can we take this to my office?
Cameron DuPont. Lost my wallet. But before you ask, I don't expect any special treatment.
Of course, Mr. DuPont. I do have to verify some personal information before I can reissue you a debit card.
Not a problem. You're late. Why? I'm at the bank. Talking Sierra out. Domestic partnership. Hey, does she make you iron your shirts in the way?
Mother's maiden name?
Mitchell. Elizabeth has to make you iron your shirts. If I'm wearing a jacket, you can only see the middle.
Street you grew up on.
What did you have me on? Who are you talking to? I am with the bank teller. Did you call to find out if my shirt has wrinkles? Jones found a signature in the virus. It belongs to the vulture. Vulture would be a big catch. My friend's an aphthalmologist. No name yet, but we'll track it down. I'll share a whole lot. Making the best of a bad situation.
In the performance, unequivocally reaffirmed the holding. The council has
Can I see your credentials?
no, you may certainly not.
Please see him out.
Well, fat chance. I'm highly trained in how to You have restored my confidence in this organization. Carry on, gentlemen. Okay. I'll be taking these.
What were you reading back there?
Oh, the court issuance from Watergate with the word president excised. I just grabbed the first thing lying around.
All right, we're in. All the DuPont information's changed.
Everything but the balance login. The thief can't touch the account, but he can see it.
All right. Let's give him something to look at.
When you said we were going to spend the thief out of hiding, I envisioned something more like supermarket sweep on Fifth Avenue.
Our first purchase, you send a clear message we're willing to blow all $125 million.
Mozzie didn't seem too pleased we were pulling a con or vulture.
He has a weakness for notorious scofflaws.
Mr. and Mrs. DuPont, I'm so glad you could make it. The Augusta Westland AW-139 is the Bentley of the sky. Room for 9 and a full leather interior. Multimedia center with active noise control.
Let's talk cost.
Fully decked, around $20 million.
Oh, that's not really what we had in mind.
We do have some more economical alternatives.
Excuse me. The problem is volume. We'll need 4. I'll take it all. from the Swiss bank?
Yeah, they won't budge on our request to freeze the account, but they did report something unexpected.
Pump came into their New York branch to have a debit card reissued.
And started spending in a big way.
24 Fiorenzi suits and twice that in Valentino dresses, matching black and red Rolls-Royce convertibles. This sounds like the world's most expensive date.
You think DuPont has a partner with expensive tastes?
I think I have a partner with expensive tastes. What do you think?
Well, it's almost right. There we go. I never thought I would see this, but I'm actually worn out from shopping.
Well, you better get your second one because we still have a lot left in our coffers.
Well, I suppose I can muster up some strength. Look, I have to ask you a stupid question.
Yeah.
What do we do if the vulture does come after us?
Hackers aren't known for their physical prowess.
Neil, that's not a strategy.
Look, if the vulture shows up, we call Peter and the FBI arrest him. Oh, so you were going to call me eventually. Peter, there is an explanation for all this. You thought you'd spend the money to draw the vulture out of hiding. I love how we're always on the same page. Same page? We're not reading the same book. We're not even in the same library. Okay, I can see that you're mad. Damn right I'm mad. You robbed a bank.
Vulture robbed a bank. We simply...
Robbed a different bank? Nice dress. What were you thinking, Sarah? Look, it was either that or we sit on our hands until this guy slipped up. I'm not sitting on my hands. This is due process. Should have known that you'd come up with some half-baked idea to avoid it. If we give it some time. No, absolutely not. This ends now. Sarah, I suggest that you change your clothes and collect all the receipts because all of this is going back as soon as the case is closed. You're coming with me. There's a lot of missing money out there, and someone's going to prison for it. You're going to help me make sure that it's a vulture and not the two of you. Okay? Maybe call cans of hot dog. Should have known there was going to be trouble when Sarah moved in. She didn't move in. You don't have $125 million at your disposal. Yet both things apparently are true.
Well, in the past, the Bureau's okayed extravagant stings, right?
That's right, honey. The Bureau. Okay, son. There are checks and balances. A notion that goes beyond Neil's comprehension. I understand checks. It's the balances that I struggle with. Well, we're not any closer to finding the vulture.
Vulture?
A hacker with a knack for fomenting social unrest, but theft has never been his MO. No, well, I'll ask him when we bring him in. Any idea how we can get this guy? That's Mozzie's province. I keep my eyes in the third dimension.
Well, I'm sure he could help. Why don't I give Mozzie a call?
You have his number?
Hey, chat.
They chat. I wouldn't be too concerned. Mozzie is very good with boundaries. I'm not here to catch Vulture. He's a criminal. That's exactly why you're here. I'm here to prove his innocence. And if you're going to use your government trickery for any other purpose, I withdraw my services. Calm down, Moz. Peter won't arrest the Vulture if he isn't guilty. Oh, rockin' mint tea. Mrs. Suit just bought you an extra 5 minutes.
So you boys are getting along?
Like Burr and Hamilton.
Fellow revolutionaries?
Pistols at noon. Mozzie's explaining why I should recategorize the Vulture as a civic hero.
Well, maybe Mozzie's right. Maybe the Vulture isn't the thief.
Right. Tell me who he is, and I'll hear him out. How should I know who he is? The entire hacker lifestyle is based on anonymity. Chances are the Vulture's best friends don't know his name. How am I gonna catch this guy?
Mozzie, how are you going to contact him?
online underground communicates via IRC.
Internet relay chat. I know what it is.
If you need to send a message to the Vulture on the internet superhighway, then this is where you hang the billboard.
Well, how do we get the attention of a hacker? Say hi for Microsoft source code?
How about the feds offer full immunity?
No, I can't offer full immunity without going up the ladder.
You might want to go up the ladder.
You already posted it. Take it down now.
It can't be undone.
In fairness, we weren't making much headway without him.
He also didn't alert the Vulture that we were on to him.
Oh, so you don't want to meet?
The Vulture responded.
Grand Army Plaza tomorrow morning.
Thank me anytime.
This location's too public. There's no way to know who we're looking for. Vulture wants to maintain a strategic advantage.
A wise move, given your propensity for casting false accusation.
Does anyone have a visual?
There's no sign of him yet.
I'm checking for smartphones and internet connections.
You know, we're not far removed from fully sentient automobiles.
Yeah, we could be experiencing a hostile technological takeover any day.
I'm glad the FBI is taking notice. I have some ideas for international fail-safes that...
I am innocent.
See? It knows.
I was reading a text message.
Vulture's here.
11 o'clock. Is that him?
That guy, right there, with the hat. He's texting.
I don't see him. It's not a him. It's a her. She can text without looking.
Send out the handsome one. The one in the back.
Consider that a lesson in modesty.
Locate the shooter.
Get off me, you autocratic sycophant! She bit me. You work for a government who apportions more weight to lobbyists and constituents. Who's worse?
Jones, you have anything?
We found the roost, but our shooter is long gone.
All right, collect all the evidence and bring it back with ballistics.
You keep your little CSI kit in your pants. The person you're looking for is Kurt Brower.
How do you know?
Because I helped him build the virus that drained Manhattan Mutual.
Get her out of here.
Wow.
No. Don't.
But did you see her?
You've got a lot of cool toys.
They're only toys in your hands.
In my client's hands, those are WMDs.
For her legal counsel, you're not helping our case.
Strike that from the record.
So why can't we find a photo of Brower?
He's off the grid. I've looked too. I can't tell you what he looks like, but I can tell you what I know.
As long as my client leaves uncharged and unmolested.
Don't touch the WMDs. And I'm not calling you Vulture.
Sally.
Short for Salieri.
It is now.
Sally, you built the virus for Brower.
I built it with Brower. A few months ago, he reached out to me, wanted help scratching up a bug to infiltrate bank accounts.
Then he got you out of the robbery.
There wasn't supposed to be a robbery.
Put your hand in the cookie jar, but you didn't want a cookie?
What do you see out that window? I see 1,000 CEOs collecting undisclosed bonuses, even as they lay off half their workforce.
You wanted to publicize their bank statements.
Someone in this city has to expose corruption.
Doesn't sound that different from the ideology Brower's espousing.
His paper mask manifesto, it's a bastardization. All buzz, no bite. None of us in the movement were fooled.
He didn't take a shot at you over your political differences.
No, he probably thinks I'm the one spending his money.
So, whoever spent the money almost got you shot? Point of fact, I was against the plan from the inception.
I apologize, but the plan drew out Brower that should count as half a win.
I'm gonna get us the other half. We leaked security photos from your shopping spree.
Oh, that way Brower takes his next shot at me. Sounds fun.
I love how we're always on the same page. Then, we linked a series of remote purchases to a P.O. box and set up a delivery date.
He assumes I'm picking up my order and shows up to take me out.
Then we take him out, and that's how the FBI does a sting.
I'm impressed. But my way was more fun.
You here to collect your legal fees?
I'm here to protect you.
That's precious, but I've been protecting myself for years.
Your face is out there, which makes you eminently trackable. You're an expert online, but you're in my world now. I see you've safeguarded against sunlight.
I don't like my neighbors. How long is this going to take?
Well, you need to put up electrified bars over the windows. Reinforce the door. What's in there?
My bedroom.
I assume that's plenty secure.
I don't know. Is it?
Of course, they're putting RAFT chips in food packaging now so they can track you through your Captain Crunch. You should replace your cereal boxes with plastic container. Foil. It's not just good for hats.
This is what heaven feels like. Faux fur industry's certainly come a long way.
It's just me or does knowing this Les Paul cost $800,000 extra to make it sound better?
We'll have to buy a cheaper one when this is all over.
Once you go gold, you can't go back.
I'm sure, but you have to. It is not in the budget once Brower's plunder is back where it belongs.
Unless we could find another way.
Meaning?
These past few days, they remind me of the Palazzo Sasso. They've been perfect.
You really hung up on that hotel.
It wasn't just a hotel. It was a time in my life when I had everything I was looking for. Freedom, excitement, comfort, and the right people to share it with.
You think this might be another one of those moments?
What if I told you that we could keep living like this?
What, rich beyond measure, unaccountable to anyone or anything, not a care in the world?
Is it a yes?
No, it's a daydream.
Maybe daydreams can come true.
And that is why I like you. Because you dreamed all of this up. And it really has been a hell of a lot of fun.
But
we didn't earn it, Neil. People like me don't get gold-plated guitars, not legally. Hey, I don't cross any line I can't come back from.
I'd never ask you to.
Okay. Well, maybe this is our Palazzo Sasso then. But I think you're forgetting a very important part of that story. The Palazzo Sasso didn't last.
You're right. What's the plan if Brower doesn't show up at the P.O. box? You spent $90 million in 36 hours. Oh, sure. How are you and Sarah doing? You know, there are always growing pains. She's taking over the closet. Are you in a full-fledged garment war with Elizabeth? I mean, first she wants you to iron your own shirts, and now she's taking over the closet? I'm not talking about Ellen May. Sarah did complain about my anklet. I toss in my sleep, and she bruises easily. How about if I take off your anklet? That'd be great. Then we'll see if Sarah prefers conjugal visits. Because you'd be in prison. Yeah, as a rule of thumb, you shouldn't have to explain your jokes.
Brower didn't come to the P.O. box.
Evidently, 90 million isn't as compelling as one might think.
He did send a delivery service.
A delivery service? What was a delivery?
A flash drive.
To the bourgeois swine responsible for squandering the capital with which our freedom was to be purchased.
More BS political rhetoric. Doesn't make sense.
Last time you put a 40 caliber round an inch from Vulture's head.
And now he's leveling idle threats. What's he up to? Guys, we got a problem. What is it? Brower got behind the firewall. Put everybody offline now.
Everybody, network cables out now. Unplug them. Unplug them. I need a full system reboot.
What happened? I thought cybercrime scanned that drive. They did. This is something new. Virus hidden between lines and code on the video file. If Brower got in our network, who knows what he is?
We're back up.
Good. This machine was inactive when we got hacked, so it should be quick. He went straight for the deposit account. But he just got the personal information cafe changed. He's restoring the identity you stole from him. Well, he'd have to go into the bank to access the money. After that, I'm betting he splits town as fast as possible. If Brower was at the bank, he'd be on their security footage.
The Swiss still won't play ball.
Without Brower's photo, we're not catching him. Technically, we don't need permission to pull the security tapes. Don't we have a new friend who hacks in the banks?
Hello?
Moss?
Neil, this isn't a great time.
Yeah, well, you've got the FBI on the line. We need to talk to your new client.
Please call my office during normal business hours to set an appointment.
Can you find Sally or not?
No.
Do you see my glasses? They're right in front of you.
Wait. Are they? I think they are.
Are these your socks? That one is mine.
I will never unhear that.
Okay, she's here now.
Yeah, we got that.
We think Brower has recaptured the DuPont account. He's got to be on surveillance, but the bank is stonewalling. For obvious reasons, the FBI can't violate their security, but if someone else did.
Way ahead of you. We'll send over the footage as soon as we have it. Bye.
before the account was reinstated. That's gotta be Brower.
Stop there. Back him up to the door. Blow it up on his face. All right, look, and get that picture to NYPD. Tell them to put out on all points. All right, let's get to the end. I want to see what he did when he left.
Do we have the exterior camera?
Freeze it, right there. Can we bring it closer? Find out where that cab dropped him off.
Spread out. I need an agent on every jetty, car park, and subway terminal. Let's get into position. Red team.
Blue team's with me.
Diana, get someone in the CCTV room. Let terminal security know we're here.
Got it.
I told you we need more agents. It's one of the biggest ports in the Eastern Seaboard. We could definitely use more manpower. This is... Neil, get Sally back on the line. What are you thinking? Ozzy, it's Agent Burke. I need your help. I'm going to deputize every single person in this terminal.
I own the cell towers. How are you on the video monitors?
Fits and starts. The HSM box is giving me trouble.
It's a Cellcom unit. You should try running
A router mask. Pull it off. You picked the right two misfits to try. And there's your answer. That was fast. 21st century's a house of cards, Peter. Now the fun part.
Hey, that's the guy. That's him. Hey, that's him. That's him. Wow, freeze.
Have I seen your picture somewhere? Yeah, you're somebody, isn't it? He's definitely somebody. This won't stick. I'm a hero. You're a thief. Not underground. Not to my people. I've actually spent a lot of time with your people. More than I like. You robbed a bank and you tried to kill Vulture. I don't have any friends left, above or below ground. And I bet this has everything we need to prove you built the virus. Just don't plug it in at the office.
Big brother here. We're always watching.
We got him. Excellent. Tell Sally thanks.
Tell the suit he can back me with Department of Justice access codes.
Not gonna happen.
We'll settle for Department of Agriculture. You know how hormone-injected chickens are...
Thanks. Another W for Caffrey and Burke. Lead with leading and heroics. That's the way I like it. You don't appreciate a nice, relaxing blowout? Oh, I'll take the win, however I can get it. There is something about the bottom of the ninth. Yeah, bases loaded, full count, 2 outs. Knock it out of the park. Plus, you always make sure my job is a challenge. Come on. I sent some brothers to your apartment to collect your millionaire fantasy can. There'll be a lot of happy people to know they're getting their money back. And a lot of unhappy store clerks when you return everything we bought with Brower's store. You worried about that or the fact that you have to give it up? Can it be both? No. You knew you couldn't keep those things forever. Do you remember when I was staying at the Palazzo Sasso in Ravello and you had Europol closing in? No. You thing were built. Right after the Corsica heist.
I had no idea you were there. I had your belief that we were getting close, so you keep moving.
You were bluffing. So I could have stayed there.
Yeah, I guess you could have.
That's the last of it. Thank you guys very much.
No problem, man. Yeah, you get the door back.
Sarah, I see you found Mosley's bug scanner.
Sorry, June. I didn't know you were home.
I don't like those federal agents around the house without supervision.
Sure. You and Mozzie don't care much for authority.
Let's just say it's an acquired distaste.
Well, this place is incredible. It's like Franklin Castle. Who built it?
My late husband, Byron. The police arrested him when they found some fake casino chips under the cushion. But after he came back from prison...
Probably still had a lot of secrets, just hid them better.
We're not talking about Byron anymore, are we?
No.
Give Neil time, and he'll let you in.
And in the meantime...
I saved Byron's hide on many occasions. I knew more than he thought I did.
Thank you.
Talk later.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye.
You got Brower.
I heard. It's pretty amazing. When will you be home?
When will you be home, Coco?
No. I'm asking because when you said that we could keep living like this, what did you mean?
Nothing. It's like you said, I was daydreaming.
Really? That's all.
That's really all. Come on, smile. You're gonna get your money back. We'll celebrate tonight.
Vulture's number, and I didn't even have to circumvent a middle box.
Get yourself a girlfriend.
Neither I nor she would ever thrust such a crude epithet upon ourselves.
You thinking about staying?
In New York? You're thinking about staying.
It's crossed my mind.
No, I don't want to hear this.
Nobody knows we have the treasure, boss. We can live our lives.
As closet billionaires? I don't think so. That's not how this works. The secret of the treasure is radioactive. A look here, a whisper there. It's too big. It can't be kept.
What are you doing?
Cutting all ties. Our future is lying in a vault right now, waiting for us. This is no time to be dropping anchor.
No complications.
No complications.
Don't you have perfect recall?
Symbolic gesture.
Tuesday.
Appreciate you fitting me in on such short notice.
While Neil tries to crack a military conspiracy, Sarah cracks his biggest secret.
Wait long enough.